Muchachos, welcome back to the SoFlo Soccer channel. My name is Matt. Today we are going to be getting hype for the biggest game in Inter Miami's history. Not just in Inter Miami's history, but in MLS history, as the Herons take on Vancouver in the MLS Cup final for the year 2025. We have a couple of things to talk about today. We have a couple of games until normally I do the previews a day before, 24 hours before the game, but I wanted to get on early, do a midweek episode for you guys. I'm probably going to get back on Friday as well as it gets closer to the game. But we got to get hype, man. I'm already excited. I've been excited since, honestly, since we played NYCFC in the Eastern Conference Final MLS Cup semifinals. And I just can't wait for this game. I can't wait for this game on Saturday. A bit of a mixed emotions, which I'm going to talk about right now, actually. It'll be the first talking point for this live stream. But we're going to talk about... a little bit about Vancouver, a little bit of Inter Miami, how kind of each of us got here. Just kind of build the hype around the game. We'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about as well, live in the comments in the chat. And yeah, we're just kind of we're just gonna roll like how we normally do on this channel. We have some fun. We'll make some comments. We rant a little bit. We do some takes and we vibe, muchachos. Dale, bueno. First off, before we get into the vibes, I do want to say this one thing. That I've already talked about in the past. I've already talked about this on the Battered Herons channel. A huge shout out to them. If you guys haven't checked out their latest video or the latest live stream in the State of the Herons, basically the Avengers. Well, you should definitely go check them out. Go subscribe and like on their page. And I highly recommend to check out all of the streamers that were on the episode as well, because essentially the Avengers were assembled. The Avengers assembled, and kind of it was a bunch of us in that chat room. It was Peter, it was Mike, it was myself, and then Chris and Danny. All of the kind of like OG season ticket member holders. But basically, what we talked about a lot of things. We talked about, is this a successful season, which we'll discuss later on. We talked about just kind of I guess who would be winning and things like that. And we also talked about the ticket scenario leading up to this game, leading up to this final. Now, as you guys know, as I've mentioned multiple times on this channel, I have been a season ticket member for Inter Miami since 2019. I've been going literally since basically since I graduated high school. I graduated high school in 2019, but later on that year I bought season tickets with my dad. Okay, he was like, you know what, we should buy season tickets. We've never bought any season tickets ever for any team, and we lived in New York. My dad lived in Argentina. Like, we've never bought season tickets before for any team in any sport. And he was like, you know what, we should do that. We should do it for Inter Miami. And I was like, you know what, this would be a good idea. And since the 2020 season, COVID year, whatever, but ever since we were able to go back to the stadium, we've been going at all the games week in, week out. Same seats, sections 124, row 5, seats 17 and 18. For the last 5 seasons, those have been our seats. We have literally owned those seats. And, with being a season ticket member, Inter Miami as a club has given us the benefit of having a playoff package. Essentially giving us tickets, already securing our season ticket spots, like our seats that we already own. Like, we basically have those for the duration of the playoffs with an additional purchase, right? So we would have to pay on top of what we already paid in our membership, which is fine. I had zero problem with that. As long as we had our seats and were able to go to the game, I had zero problem paying. So, but that package did not include this final for whatever reason. I think I've spoken about this in the past, about our benefits of being a season ticket member and how they just didn't include the final. Like, what if we went to the final? It is what it is. What I'm trying to say is that I don't have tickets for Inter Miami's biggest game in the history for this weekend. I don't have tickets. I did the pre-sale. Pre-sale was, what was it, Monday? Woke up really early, did the line, did the whole queue, did the whole Ticketmaster thing. waited in front of 10,000 people, whatever it was. By the time you get in, tickets are $500, $600. I'm like, oh, I think the cheapest one was $400. And I'm like, wow. And those are, and then the premium seats, were all like 600 plus, whatever. And then like once they went to general public, I think the lowest price was maybe 300. I think now it dropped to 280 because I spoke with a rep, and I spoke with a bunch of other people, and I even checked online, and I saw the cheapest ticket, no matter where you sit, is 280. And that's like behind the goal. I think if you sit on the sides, like towards the middle, like that goes up to the 600. But anyway, so I'm like, damn. As a season ticket member, as a loyal season ticket member since 2019, since even 2020, even from 2021, which is essentially when we were allowed to go back to the stadium after COVID, the club didn't bother to honor myself, to honor me, to honor the other 1,000 or so season ticket holders, for like OG season ticket holders, or any season ticket holder. Honestly, if you are a season ticket holder, you should have a playoff package that includes the final. You should have it. Like, you should not be like everybody else and wait in these queues and then to potentially not even get a ticket. So I was unfortunate enough to not get any ticket for Saturday yet. But I just wanted to point this out because I think it's just insanely selfish by any club, not just Inter Miami, but any club, to treat their season ticket members this way, especially when they've been supporting the club since the beginning of its life, since its existence. And I don't know how I've heard across Twitter or X that other clubs have treated their season ticket members with, they've included the MLS final in their package or whatever, or they would try to make these deals happen so that people can show up. But the problem is, obviously, with Inter Miami, there's no real problem with selling tickets. Everybody's going to want to come to see Inter Miami because of Messi and all the guys that are here. So I guess Inter Miami, the franchise itself, they're like, why would we, we're trying to make as much money as possible. Let's not include the final, because if we do get into the final, we need to essentially maximize our profits. And then they're going to hold out seats for premium members. They have to hold out seats for MLS or whoever else. And I don't know. I just wish there was just some form of loyalty. There was just some form of respect. Like just consideration for the loyal fans who've been here since day one, who's went through the downward spirals of when we had like the likes of Breckshay and Ulloa back when Matuidi was here, and Higuain, with Robbie Robinson and with oh my god, what was that goalkeeper's name? Robles. Our first ever goalkeeper was Robles. We had Shawcross. We had Kieran Gibbs. We had Makibe. We had so many, like, it was just, back in the day, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, unfortunately we're not going to be, or that wasn't the treatment that we were given, unfortunately. But I'm still being hopeful. I'm still being very, very hopeful that I can purchase tickets at a reasonable price. Maybe as the day gets closer, as the game gets closer, ticket prices will drop, and maybe I can get something that is rather reasonable and not spend $1,000 on tickets, because I want to get 3 tickets for me, my dad, and my mom. And with the prices now, I'd be spending close to $1,000, and I don't have that money. So, but anyways, guys, let me get to the chat before we keep it moving. We have Edward saying, yes, I am hype. Good morning, Matt. Good morning to you, dude. Good evening where I'm at, but if it's morning for you, good morning to you, Edward. And thank you for being a member. Amy Rodriguez says, Matt, Inter Miami is going to kick Vancouver's ass and Vancouver fans are going to cry. I love it. I love it, Amy. Amy over here just repeating all the podcasts that we are going to kick ass. Amen. There's nothing wrong with that. We're going to kick ass. We're going to kick ass. Doesn't matter who we said it. She could say it 1,000,000 times if she wants to. It has all the ingredients to be an instant classic. Roll on Saturday. Hopefully after we win our first MLS Cup, that your Christmas is merry and pink. I appreciate that, the Bum Hybrid. I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday as well. Obviously, we're going to be doing a lot more content, so I'll be wishing you guys a Merry Christmas closer to the day. But I appreciate the early wishes. I checked Ticketmaster yesterday. There were 54,000 people in front of me. 54,000 people. That's insane. The demand, dude. The demand for these tickets. Matt, I feel you. I'm sorry that you were treated that way. No, it's okay. Like, I wasn't treated. Not me. It's not just me personally, right? I want to speak for everybody. I want to speak for all of the loyal fans. All of the loyal fans should have gotten, I don't want to call it special treatment, but it's like, I feel like after 6 years or 5 seasons of loyalty, since the beginning of the stadium, since we were the first people to enter the stadium with Inter Miami as its club, we were at the first open training sessions when we were getting ready for LA Galaxy for our season opener before COVID hit. Like, we were all ready. And after 5 seasons, like, you would think, like, you would want the fans that were with you for that first open training session back in 2020. What is it, February of 2020 or March of 2020? You would want them at the end, in your last day at this stadium, at the last day of Chase. But I guess they don't care, as long as they make their $1 million or whatever the fuck, millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. As long as they get all the sponsor people happy, as long as they keep them happy, it's a win for them. So I think since there were just about 1,000 season holders, the team didn't do much about it. There's no way there was only 1,000 season ticket members. There was no way. There had to have been more. Not to mention the season ticket holder who did buy tickets on Monday paid way more than the prices are now. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, prices on Monday. I mean, like, and shout out to Mike and Peter who were on the show last night. They did end up buying tickets, and I can only imagine how much they ended up spending on tickets. And it's like, it sucks, dude, because they shouldn't be paying that. But like, I don't know. I heard because this is an MLS event. MLS has the last say on how they can sell their tickets. The club should have stepped out and take care of the season ticket. So from my understanding, yes, this is an MLS event, and I think you're true to an extent. What you're saying is true to an extent. They don't have full control. If I remember correctly, I don't think they have full control. Because when the tickets are on sale, there are certain sections. I might be wrong on this one, so please double check, like, what I'm saying. But this is just going off the dome. If I remember correctly, or if I understood it correctly, the MLS, or at least somebody, but I think it's the MLS, they have to tell the club to block out certain sections of the stadium, or reserve certain sections of the stadium for, like, either premium people or like VIP people or like sponsors or like I don't know, like important people, I guess, with a lot of money. And that's why there was a premium, like when there was a premium sale, it was only a limited selection. Like, you can only get the premium seating because, like, I guess those were made for premium, I don't fucking know, members. I don't know. But it's like, I don't think they have like full control of how the tickets are sold. But regardless, I'm pretty sure the club, like Inter Miami or any club, can be like, hey, we can definitely just give you, like, we can definitely give our season ticket members their own seats. Like, if they bought a seat for the year, We can give you the seat. Like, I'm not saying they could have given us for free or like included in our package. I'm saying like just give us our seat, like guarantee that we're gonna have our seats, and then I would have paid extra. I would have paid whatever $300 or whatever the price was. But like that's my seat, dude. Like I literally owned that seat for 5 seasons or 6 seasons. By the way, nice Liverpool McAllister, dude. I love this jersey. I got it right when the season started. It is a McAllister jersey, so I love how you kind of knew that. I love how you knew that, or you anticipated, you predicted, because I'm Argentinian. It says right there. But yeah, I love this jersey. I don't wear it enough. Because I feel like red doesn't look good on me, but I like it. I like it a lot. Matt, things will get better. Don't worry. No, I appreciate that. No, I think I'm very hopeful for getting tickets for Saturday. I think I've been getting into contact with some people, and I'm hoping that I get to slip something in. You know, I get somewhere. I get in somewhere. You know, I don't know, but it is what it is. I won't spend too much time talking about it. I think I said what I had to say. Even though like this is something that was expected, and Mike said it yesterday, like this is something that he expected, that essentially everybody expected. Prices to increase, not hooking up the season ticket members with with quote unquote special treatment, or what they deserve. It's not even special treatment. It's what I think we deserve. But I just wanted to counter that and say, yes, it's expected, and I'm saying Mike is wrong. It's expected to happen, especially when you work under or have it under Ticketmaster, but it's not what should happen. It's not what should happen. And I think there definitely can be some strings pulled to make it a way better experience, or give the OG STMs the best experience to leave Chase Stadium. After sticking with them for so long. But that's what I have to say. And I hope in the future that this club, this franchise, however you want to call it, and technically it's a franchise because we're in America, but I hope this franchise in the future can learn from this, or just take it into consideration for future seasons. Now that they're going to have Miami Vita Park, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll take maybe they'll come up with more ideas or ways to give more benefits to season ticket members. I don't know. I just wish it was now, when the chapter is closing in this era of our history. Do you think Inter Miami will bench Suarez? Yes, I do, and we'll talk about that. There is a disclaimer on the site that says ticket sales are regulated by MLS, not the club. I guess. I ended up just buying tickets on Monday, and the prices I paid were $200 more than what they are later that night. We better win, or else I'll have regrets, says Ash Lee. It was a late birthday present to myself. Well, happy birthday to you, or happy late birthday to you. How come Vancouver season ticket members had the opportunity to keep their seats if the final was in Vancouver? Chris Showa posting from Vancouver website, I believe. So Vancouver season ticket holders had the opportunity to keep their seats. That's what the club said. That's what Vancouver said. Like, they included the MLS Cup final in their package because I guess maybe they weren't expecting such high attendance, because Vancouver had no chance of hosting a big team like Inter Miami. I think if they were to host, it would have been NYCFC. I think NYCFC was the only. Yeah, that was like the only. Like, Vancouver had essentially no chance of hosting, because if NYCFC didn't win and Inter Miami lost, like, it would have been Philly, and like Vancouver versus Philly would have hosted. Like, the only chance they had of hosting was if NYCFC made it to the final, and I guess they just wanted to bring people. So, like, bring more people to the game. So I think that's why. That's my educated guess, just to get more butts in the seats for that sort of final. Because like I said before, you're gonna have zero problem. Clearly, you're gonna have zero problem selling tickets to watch Inter Miami versus Vancouver in an MLS Cup final in Chase Stadium at Miami's home with Messi and all the superstars readily available. So, do you know how many season ticket holders opt into the playoffs? I don't have a number. I opted in to the playoffs. I mean, I'm assuming the majority of them did opt in. I opted in. Chris and Danny opted in, and I'm pretty sure everybody, Mike and Peter, they all opted in. So, I think it'd be very, I don't want to say stupid, but I think it'd be pretty stupid if you don't opt into your playoff package, because it's a pretty affordable price for playoff games, in my opinion. I thought the price is really good. And if you really love your club that much, you'll want to go to the playoffs and watch them in the playoffs. But yeah. If they didn't want to give seats, they could have at least made it so you could buy the seats for a flat price without any dynamic pricing. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't asking for anything like, give them to me for free or include them in my season ticket membership, but just be like, hey, we're going to reserve these 2 seats for you because you're a season ticket member and you can buy them for this price. And let's just say it was like $200 each. I would have been like, sold. I'll buy them. But yeah. Let me see what else. Vancouver can only host NYCFC. Nobody was going to that game. Vancouver has a 50,000 seat stadium and not Messi. They need all the people they can get. Exactly. Off to work soon. Hey, I hope you have a great day at work, my friend. Hope you have a great day at work. All right. But now that we got that out of the way, I just wanted to talk about that. I appreciate you guys are listening and understanding where I'm coming from and kind of agreeing with me. Well, not kind of. You guys are agreeing with me, saying that there should have been better treatment towards season ticket members. But I appreciate it. And I think I'm very hopeful that I will be able to get some tickets and go to the game, and that I could share that experience with you guys. And I really hope that happens, because it really sucked to end my journey as a season ticket member watching it in front of my TV. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying watching it in front of your TV is a bad thing or such an awful thing. But, you know, when you've been going to these games for the last 5 seasons and you were committed, you know, supporting this club from day one, I just would, you know, you would want to be there physically to support. After the season, I'm not going to be a season ticket member. And that's why I think it hurts even more for me, because I'm not renewing my membership. So, yeah, it is what it is. But guys, this episode is about getting hype. So let's get back into the positive. Let's start getting hype, because it's MLS final week. Inter Miami versus Vancouver. This is a huge game, guys. Huge, huge, huge game. And if you remember in the beginning, if you were here in the beginning of the stream, I did say that not only do I think this is the biggest club or biggest game for Inter Miami's history, I think this is the biggest game in Vancouver's history and probably in MLS history, because this is also Vancouver's first time in an MLS Cup final, if I did my research right. Vancouver is also historically not a good team. They have been, since I've known Vancouver, or since I've started watching or seeing Vancouver, they have been subpar at best. And they were at some point the worst team in the league. And this was probably, 5 years ago, maybe pre-COVID. They were the worst team in the league. And now, after, 5 seasons now, post-COVID, you bring in a couple managers in. Now you have this guy Sorensen. You brought in a couple, DPs. You have Berhalter having a breakout year. I say breakout year, but just his best year. You have Thomas Mueller now. You finished second in the West. You're champions of the Western Conference. You beat, what was a strong San Diego side for a really, really new team. For their first season, honestly, in the league, you beat them. And now you're in the MLS Cup final. You made it to the CONCACAF Champions Cup final after beating Miami, destroying Miami 5-1 in the CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal. They went what was it? They've won the Canadian Premiership like four years in a row or something like that, 5 years or something like that. Like since 2022, like from 2022 to 2022, what is that? 3 years. So they have been on such an upward tick, Vancouver, and it's extremely impressive because I obviously didn't know anything about this until I was diving into them. But Vancouver are a really good team. They have morphed into a very formidable opponent, as a formidable opponent, and I guess it all starts with the manager. I mean, it all started with the manager being his first season at the club. Sorensen you don't really, and it's always a risk, right? First season with your club, it's always a huge risk, and when you're with a team like Vancouver, I don't even know what your expectations are, and I really wish I would have been able to ask somebody. But when you take charge of a team like Vancouver, you don't really expect, especially in your first season, you don't expect to make it to the MLS Cup final. And you don't even expect to be Western Conference champions. But that's exactly what Sorensen did this season. And you have to admit, it's extremely impressive. Bringing in the likes of Thomas Muller as well, fucking German legend, World Cup winner, played by a Bayern Munich legend, played there essentially all his life. Somehow managed to convince Muller to come to Vancouver, of all teams. He could have went literally anywhere. But Muller chose Vancouver, and now you have you have Muller, you have Anders Kubas, who I'm pretty sure is a DP. Now you have the likes of somebody like Brian White, or excuse me, fuck, what's his name? Oh, Jesus Christ, the striker. Was that his name? No. What's it? Fuck. Oh my God. How am I farting right now? My brain is farting. Is it Gald? It's Gald, isn't it? Hold on. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I was on a roll, guys, too. You guys were feeling it, right? I was on a roll. I wasn't fumbling my words or nothing. And then all of a sudden I can't remember what this fucking guy's name is. It is Brian White, but then who's the other guy? Is it Gald? It is Gald. Ryan Gald. Yeah, I found it. Fucking Scottish guy. I found it. All right, let's be honest. February, nobody expects this from him. That's what I'm saying. It's extremely impressive. This is extremely, extremely impressive from all levels. So Danny from Baron Heron said that the Messi versus Mueller story is a total BS. I totally disagree with him. I know that this is 11v11, but the story between Messi and Mueller is bigger than both teams. I don't like that. Okay, so the whole Messi versus Mueller thing, I actually wasn't going to talk about this, but now that you brought it up, I think I should. I don't know what Danny's opinion was. I didn't hear it. I know you said he's saying that the Messi versus Mueller story is BS. I didn't hear that from him directly. I don't like the Messi versus Mueller thing. I think that's complete media. I think that's a media thing, headline that they're trying to, get people, or they're trying to create more attention and create more headlines for people to watch the game, because it's Messi versus Mueller, and Mueller is one-upping Messi in their record, of all time, and Mueller beat Messi in the World Cup final in 2014, and he got a World Cup trophy before Messi. It's all I don't want to say propaganda, but it's kind of propaganda. It's kind of not propaganda, but it's just hype. They're just trying to build hype, and I don't want to fall into that media trap of building the hype off of two players, because that's also essentially why this is the biggest MLS Cup final in MLS history, because you have Messi in it mainly, and then you have Mueller, who is just so happens to be a rival of Messi from when they played at their European club days and international duty days. So it's just a bunch of media headline hype, and I don't want to fall for it. I know everybody else is gonna ride with it and gonna roll with it, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just media trying to do their job and and sell it to the people. But I think it's going to be more than that. I think this game is so much more than than Messi versus Mueller. This is Inter Miami versus Vancouver. This is the giants of Inter Miami with superstar players like Messi, like Abusi, like Suarez, who might not even be playing, but like Jordi, like De Paul, against the essentially underdogs of Vancouver, who came out of nothing, like who had, because you have to think about it. Inter Miami had the expectation, like as a club, Inter Miami, it is expected for Inter Miami to make it to the final. Nobody expected Vancouver to make it to the final. I don't think anybody expected Vancouver to make it to the final. It was either LAFC, maybe San Diego, because they finished top of the West. But Vancouver, even though they had a good chance, I'm not saying they didn't have a good chance, but it's like managers for season, they have like one of the lowest budgets, like salary caps in the league. They don't have like superstar players, like big DP players. Obviously, they have Thomas Müller now, but it's not like they have like these crazy players like Inter Miami have. So it's like, I think that's so much bigger than just simply Messi versus Müller. That's just me. Man, I don't care how cocky I sound. Inter Miami will destroy Vancouver. I like it, dude. Look, there's nothing wrong with being passionate and being positive and confident in yourself and what you think Inter Miami would do. I think Inter Miami is going to win too. I didn't think Inter Miami was going to destroy NYCFC 5-1, but here we are. You know what I'm saying? And not just that, Inter Miami have literally completely destroyed their opponents for like the entire playoffs, essentially. Literally the entire playoffs, Inter Miami have been cruising, except for I guess the first round when they played what was it, Nashville, where we lost the game, but then we still beat Nashville 3-1. Then we beat them in the third game. We beat them 4-0. Then this is without Suarez. Then we beat Cincinnati 4-0, and then we beat NYCFC 5-1. We're destroying these guys. We've been destroying teams in the playoffs. Even before play, we beat Atlanta 4-0. We beat New England 5-1. And this is all after we got destroyed by Chicago 5-3 at home. This is all after that. So from October, literally the entire month of October, the entire month of November, we've been destroying teams. Fuck Mueller, Messi will kick his ass in the MLS Cup. Ryan Gold, the Scottish Messi. Yes, the Scottish Messi. They call him the Scottish Messi. Yes. Wasn't he injured for like the majority of the season? But now he's been like a crazy super sub and like really good off the bench. Mueller is good at PR. He has been talking so often. I mean, yeah, because he's a superstar and he's like the most recognizable player like worldwide technically. So like when you're Apple TV, when you're broadcasting on Apple TV, you're not going to mainly throw in Mueller, especially if he wants to speak to the media. You know, it's either that or maybe throw in like a Berhalter or somebody, I don't know, somebody that like, and then you'll throw in the other player. So then like, fans or viewers can start recognizing the other guys. But what do I know about marketing? Mueller is no way to be talked about in the final. He is a retired player. Even on the national level, Mueller is not the best player in Germany. Stop putting Messi with Mueller talk. This game is almost like the 2003 Marlins versus Yankees World Series. We are the Yankees. Vancouver was trying to sell the team and even with them in the CCC. Has Mueller scored any goals during the playoffs? I think he scored one goal, I think. Let me fact check that because I did have that pulled up at some point. I think he scored once. I could be so wrong though. Give me 2 seconds. I have it pulled up right here. Mueller. Stat or matches. He has not. Oh yeah, he has. He scored against Dallas. He scored against Dallas. twice in 2 different games. In the best of 3 series, they played Dallas. He scored in the first game and in the second game. He didn't score in the third game against Dallas. Against LAFC, he did not score, but he did play really well in that game. Because I remember watching that game. And then against San Diego, he didn't do much. At least that's what the rating says. I don't remember that game too much, I'm going to be honest. I just remember fucking White, or I just remember Vancouver scoring like 2 goals in like 3 minutes. Yes, Gold was injured for a long time. There's no such thing as Messi versus Mueller. Mueller is not that popular. Busquets, I don't know about not that popular. Mueller is pretty popular. Like, if you know football, like, you know Mueller. 1,000%. Mueller has won the World Cup. He was like the best, one of the better players from that Germany team. He was a fucking dog. Mueller's a dog. Even in the later stages at Bayern Munich, like he was still fucking rocking it, dude. Like for a player of his age, and you know, Miami hasn't conceded a goal in the run of play the entire playoffs. Everything was off set pieces. Dude, yeah, we kind of the set pieces. That's actually a really good stat. Actually, a huge shout out to you for that, because now that you say that, the set pieces really, I don't want to say ruin us, but I feel like we fall asleep sometimes when it comes like that goal that we conceded against NYCFC completely just fell asleep. Like we got distracted because like I think we were arguing with the officials, and then like we were just kind of confused and we weren't really set, and we just let Hawk let him all by himself just, you know, rise up and score that goal. And if it wasn't for that, we would have won 5-0. We would have kept a clean sheet against NYCFC again. So no, it's a good point. It's a good point. It's also a good point because we have massively improved in terms of style of play, in terms of just overall football. Like we have been getting so much better as a club collectively over time throughout the season, which is something that you don't not that you don't expect, but it just doesn't happen a lot. You know, it doesn't happen with a lot of clubs, and it's what turns good clubs into great, or good teams into great teams. The consistency and the consistent increase in quality of play, in personnel selection. Like our biggest and best decisions that we've had in the last 2 months was benching Suarez because he got suspended in game 3 of the playoffs, right? Or yeah, because he was suspended, we benched Suarez, we put in Tadeo Agente and Matteo Silvetti, an 18-year-old fucking kid, or a 19-year-old kid, and both Matteo Silvetti and Tadeo Agente have significantly, like, it's not a coincidence. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a coincidence that Suarez gets benched and then Matteo Silvetti and Tadeo Agente start playing good. That's not a coincidence. So, and it took balls of Mascherano to make that change. It took, I don't want to say balls, but it took, you had to make the decision of playing Rocco as well, because we were playing Ustari all season long. And there was at some point I was like, dude, we need to Ustari needs to take a seat at some point. Rocco needs to get some minutes. We have fucking Yarbrough who has yet to even put on a uniform. So like everybody wanted to see Rocco, and then he finally puts Rocco in, and I'm assuming it was because I think if I remember correctly, it was because Ustari didn't get or got injured, and so we had to play Rocco, and then from then on, we've just been doing good with Rocco and net. Then it was benching Toto Aviles, and it was continuing to play Noah Allen and Maxi Falcon in the back line. Then it was fucking trading Redondo or yeah, like getting rid of Redondo, sending on loan Kremaski. And now we have a midfield of fucking Busquets, Rodrigo de Paul, and now Baldassar. Benching Bright was also a big decision because Bright's a great player, but Bright coming off the bench gives us a great advantage for late game scenarios. Huge late game plays, because then you take off because Bright has been always coming in for who did he come in for last time against NYCFC? He came in for was it Baltasar? I think it's Baltasar. I think he's coming on for Baltasar. Yes, because then Busi drops back and then it's like Rodrigo de Paul and Bright in the midfield, which is great, which is fantastic. And then you can rotate between them and like have a more defensive presence. Then it's I mean Chelo Ingant is Chelo Ingant. He's only playing because Ian Frey is injured. But playing Ian Frey over Chelo, because in the beginning it was just Chelo. It was Chelo. And now boom, Ian Frey plays so much better. And we're on a fucking roll. And now he's injured again. So now we can't see as much as him. But you know what I'm saying? Let me get to the rest of these comments. I feel like there's a lot of comments that I'm missing. Milo has 2 goals in the run of play with Vancouver since he joined. He has 6 penalty goals. It's not the point though. It's the run of play. Like, Mueller's not supposed to be a goal scorer. The fact that he has that many goals is already impressive. Mueller's supposed to dictate tempo. He's supposed to like kind of play anchor. He's supposed to like play as like a playmaker. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? Like he's not supposed to be, you know, scoring goals like that. Like it's not about the statistics in that sense. He's a great captain. He's a great team player. He really motivates the shit out of everybody. And it's like if you're Mueller, you would want Mueller playing as your 10. Like you want that. You want that bad. I'm going 3-1 Inter Miami. Oh, dude, Mister, you're getting way ahead of yourself, bro. We're not at the prediction part yet. That's at the end. That's at the end of the stream. By the way, guys, if you are enjoying this live stream so far, we do content like this all the time. If you are new here, make sure to hit that like button. And like I said, if you are new here, you can hit that subscribe button as well. Turn on the notification bell. We go live like this all the time, where we talk to you guys. We talk here in Miami. We kind of mess around. We rant a little bit. We share our opinions, and we have a really good time. So feel free to join us next time if you are watching afterwards. I said on the hat goal that somebody's been watching Gabriel from Arsenal. I believe that Inter Miami wins the Audi Cup. Suarez will retire. Okay. I don't want to get into that, but maybe. It feels like that everyone is playing. It feels like everyone is playing like a team. I'm assuming you're talking about Vancouver. Everyone seems like they're on the same page. The vibes are good. Okay, no, you're talking about Inter Miami. Everyone seems like they're on the same page. The vibes are good. Mascherano said that they formed a real brotherhood in the locker room. Much better from what it felt earlier in the season. 1000%. Because these things take time, guys. Like, there was a point in the season where everybody was Mascherano out, and then even I was questioning it, and I was like, damn, like, are we saying Mascherano out? Like, he's not really doing anything, because at that point in the season, the things weren't figured out yet. Like, he was still learning the players, learning the team, kind of learning the system of I don't want to say how to play, but I don't know, he was still learning his team, and he wanted to improve the team as best as he can. And then we were going on bad runs. We crashed out of CCC. And then we were just losing games at that point. We were dropping games like crazy. Then we had the good run in the Club World Cup. Then we had a great run in the Leagues Cup, where we lost. Embarrassingly, we lost. Disgracefully lost against Seattle. But like, you have to go through those moments, right? Like, as a team, as a manager, especially as a first-year manager, those moments really, really help you for your season. Like, they prepare you for the next big game. And luckily this season we've had multiple big games and we've learned a lot in the past. We've learned from the Leagues Cup final, we've learned from the Champions Cup semifinals, we've learned from playing in the Club World Cup against the best teams in the world. We've even learned like early in the season where we were on like a pretty good run, and then like players would dip in form and shit like that. It's these moments is what it's not about, like, it's about how they come out of these certain situations and moments, and like Tadeo Ashende is a huge example of that. When Tadeo Ashende was having a really rough time this year, I was like, dude, we gotta bench him. And now come playoff time, this is literally the most important time and the time that you need to be playing your best football. He's playing his best football right now. So it's the point is things like this take time. Things like this take time. They have to marinate. You have to, especially like when you're a coach, when you're a new coach with new players and in a new system. Things like this, it doesn't come after a couple of games. It comes after months and months and even years of playing together. Bright went in for Noah Allen and Boosie went back. Okay, that's right. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Noah was was kind of struggling that game. I'm not gonna lie. Not to anything crazy, but because sometimes NYCFC were looking a little dangerous, and I guess that's why he made the change. I hope Mascherano won't play Chelo. I hate to say it, but he will be. Frey is back at 100%, but I highly doubt. Frey hasn't played in the last 2 games. I highly doubt that he'll just throw in Frey in the final. I think if it was me, if I was Mascherano, I think it'd be smart to keep playing Chelo. And I know that's not like me to say that, but why would you switch it up now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Ian Frey has been known to play good, but Chelo has played the last, 2 games or whatever. Or what is it? 2 games, 3 games? Let me check. He played now against NYCFC, and then he played against Cincy. I don't know. Yeah, he played the last game off the bench. So it's like, do you want Frey to play the? I'm not saying like you're. Do you want? Okay, listen. Do you want Frey to come up? You want Frey to come on and play for 90 minutes, or do you want the same strategy where he comes off the bench in the 50th something minute? I say have him come in the 50th minute. I'd say have him come in the 50th minute. I don't know. That's me. I mean, like guys, I love Frey. I don't know, dude. I think it's a tough call. I genuinely, I think it's a tough call. I don't think Chelo played the best game against NYCFC. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like? Would you want Frey to play the 90 minutes, or would you want him to come off the bench? I don't know. Frey will start. I bet you anything. I'm not okay. I hope you guys are not taking it as in like Frey shouldn't play because he's not good. I love Frey. I would prefer him to play if he's healthy enough to play the 90 minutes. I'm just scared that he's not ready to play 90. Because if Frey's starting, I don't want to take Frey off. That's the thing. Like that's my mentality. If Fred, why am I saying Fred? If Frey is starting, I don't want him to come off. I don't want him to come off for Chelo. I think Frey would be, I think it would be better for Frey to come on like how he did against NYCFC and give us more defensive stability. Maybe. I don't know. That's my opinion. But I want to know what you guys think. That's my opinion. He's already made it clear that Chelo's behind Frey. I think that should have been clear in the beginning of the season. I just came on and you're talking crazy. Frey isn't good off the bench. He doesn't have to play 90 minutes, but he is starting. No shit, Frey was absolutely cooking before his injury and looked fine when he came in. He's starting in the finals. Imagine Chelo against Ahmed. Oh my lord. True. Frey to start. Ahmed is too good and fast. He will cook Chelo. Guys, if I'm not disagreeing with you at all, please don't take it as me disagreeing. But I swear on everything, if Ian fucking Frey gets injured tomorrow because he pulled a hammy trying to chase Ahmed down the line, I'm going to say I told you so, bro. I just think it'd be better. I think it'd be better for him to come off the bench. When Ahmed is already tired, Frey's going to have fresh legs. Then Frey is going to look so good against Ahmed. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not the coach. I'm just saying an opinion. Ahmed will pocket Chelo. I prefer Lujan, says Mr. Spider Pig. Fair. If he ain't playing the 90, then Chelo comes in. Why not start your best players regardless if he's going 60, 90? Makes no sense. I think because so sometimes you're gonna need a good option off the bench. Substitutes are extremely important in this game. Like Yannick Bright coming off we want to start Yannick Bright, but we can't. But he's really good coming off the bench and providing us and provides us or allows us to kind of shift our play and shift our strategy and provide us more defensive stability. It's a great, bringing Bright off the bench is a great strategy. I think it's a great sub. And I think Ian Frey would be a great sub. I'd rather Ian Frey come in off the bench than Chelo come in off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way Frey is playing 90 minutes. There is zero chance that Frey is playing 90. If he does, I will hold my hands up and be like, I am so sorry. And I will fucking kiss the floor. But I don't think he's going to be playing 90 minutes. I don't think he's ready for 90 minutes. If he is, I would call Ian Frey right now. I'd be like, yo, are you good for 90 minutes? And if he's like, yeah, I'll be like, oh shit. My doubts are gone. But I have doubt that Ian Frey can play 90. That is my doubt. Chelo is ass in defense. Chelo is ass in offense too. You playing scared. Why think like this? Wow. Why am I worried about Ian Frey fucking pulling a hammy in the middle of the game and then Chelo has to get subbed on and fucking potentially ruin the whole flow? It's the final. They need to get Ahmed and that midfielder booked somehow in the first half. Which one? Fucking Berhalter or the other guy? Fucking, what's his name? I already forgot his name. Cuba? We need to have the best start. Ahmed is tired from cooking Chelo all first half. Not making sense, guy. Or maybe Frey should come in at halftime. At least I got one guy. If Frey gets injured on Saturday, I'm hunting you down, Matt. Why are we? What? I'm literally saying that he should come off the bench so he doesn't fucking rip his hammy. Like trying to do a full 100% sprint down the right hand side against Ahmed. That's literally what I'm saying, bro. Blame Matt for Frey pulling the hammy. What the fuck? Well, oh my god. Guys, please, dude. Why are we doing this? This is like saying start Suarez to save Salvetti. No, that's not the same. That's not the same at all. That's not. You guys are fucking mean, dude. You guys are mean. That's so not the same. I feel like I got darker. Why is that? I feel like I'm too bright now. All right. You guys are funny. Let's see what you guys see. Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. What? We need height in the back line. We really gonna have a back line of everyone under 5'10. Don't want to see him get another ACL. That'll end his career. If Shuttle comes in, that means we are winning. So he doesn't have to run since we will be sitting back. I would fucking hope so. And if that's the strategy, then that's great. That's why I'm not a fucking coach. It's the final. Let's play all the cards if available. Cubas, yeah. Suarez is starting because we don't want Silvetti to get tired from scoring all those. Shut the fuck up, bro. They're so stupid. You're so stupid. I hate you guys. It's so dumb. Sean short team king. We lucky we don't face no set piece merchants like Arsenal. Oh god. Oh come on, give Matt some grace. That's okay. It's okay, guys. Honestly, no matter what happens, I just hope the right decision is made. I think Mascherano knows best out of all of us. He'll know what to do. And if I see Ian Frey start, then I'm just gonna pray to the gods that he doesn't get injured again. So, but he looked good. He looked good coming off the bench. I forgot who said it. I forgot who said it in the comments, but he did look good off the bench. So we'll see. We'll see what happens come Saturday. Sean says Lujan, Chelo, Ustari all starting in the final. You heard it here first. That's got to be a ban, dude. That's got to be an instant ban for Sean. That's got to be a ban. Okay. I mean, honestly, at this point, I mean, okay, what's the rest of the team looking like? Wait, so let me give you guys the rest of the lineup then. We should be lining up the same way we should be lining up the same way we lined up against NYCFC. Same exact way. Silvetti, Messi. Ah, shit. My God, I keep fucking hiccuping. It's because I'm talking too much. I gotta shut up. Let me shut up for a second. I hiccup when I talk too much. Or when I talk too fast, I start hiccuping. Ugh. Give me a red. I deserve it. Yeah, red card for you. If I had my red cards on me, I would so show you a red. I have to get that prepared next time. Or I'll tell you this. Anda para allá, bobo. Grandpa Ustari won't start. Literally, probably the best. One of the best decisions that Mascherano has made is benching Ustari. It's going to be the same lineup with Frey for Cheto. It's your sippy cup that's giving you the hiccups. No, dude. I like my sippy cup. Leave my sippy cup alone. He said today he's ready to play the 90. I'll believe him. I'll believe him too. If he said he's ready to play the full 90, I'll believe him. The same means Cello for the starting 11. You are so confused, bro. I think Cello is starting. I think Cello is going to start again. But that's me. I don't want him to start. There's a difference, guys. I don't want Cello to start because I know that Ian Frey is the better player. I think Ian Frey is the better player, and I know he is. But I think Cello will start. He started in the last two games. He started against NYCFC. He started in against Cincy. And I think he's going to start again. I think. That's my prediction. If Ian Frey starts, that's great. I just think Cello is. I just think Cello's going to start. He's hiccuping. Somebody pat him on the back. Crazy. Yeah, put it. Or what is it? Oh no, like when you're like choking, like you have to put your arms up. Is that a Hispanic thing, or does everybody believe that? Like when you're choking, like I was told like you have to put your arms up like this, and then like it'll just go away or something. I don't know if that's like a Hispanic thing or that's like an actual scientific like medical thing. Phrase: the better athlete Cello is better strategy wise. Vancouver's totally different from Cincinnati and NYCFC. That's a stoner thing to stop coughing. Right. Oh my gosh, you guys are funny tonight. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. By the way, this has probably been like the most active chat that we've had in a long time, and so I appreciate you guys. Let me see. Okay, let's just skip to the predictions, guys. I think we're ready for the predictions. I think we're ready for the predictions. Inter Miami, and remember, if something crazy happens between now and Friday, I will probably go live on Friday again. Or if I do get tickets by Friday, I will go live and just kind of tell you guys I got tickets, and then we'll kind of just like get ready for the game again. It will probably be shorter, but you know, we'll just get hype. I'm gonna do something similar what I did against NYCFC and do like a little vlog thing, like a little short vlog on my phone. It's really difficult because for me personally, because I'm not one to have my phone out all the time. So like me recording like while the game is going on is very difficult for me because I love watching the game like with my eyes, and then like I'll get distracted watching the game. And then like I'll be like, oh shit, I'm recording, and it's like, oh fuck, I gotta get this for the vlog. But then it's like, fuck, like let me just enjoy the moment. Like recording those 3 goals was hard as shit. Because it's like I was trying to be there in the moment, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, I want to record for the vlog so I can like show it to you guys and show you guys like my experience of being there. But anyway, I'm delaying, I'm stalling. Decision time. Prediction. Inter Miami has to win this, dude. Inter Miami are the favorites going in, obviously. And I think Inter Miami are going to win. It's just a matter of what the scoreline is going to be. I think Inter Miami is going to win. I think I predicted 2-2 yesterday on the Better and Heron show. I think I predicted a 2-2 tie. And then we win it on penalty kicks. That's what I think I predicted. I think I said did I say 2-2 or did I say 3-3? I think I said 3-3. I said it was going to be similar to the World Cup final. And it'll be a 3-3 tie, and then we'll win it on penalty kicks. And I think it'll be the most like dramatic and insane MLS Cup final in history. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Matty Ice, president of the Cello Club. Let's fucking go. Oh my god. Hey Matt, when are you gonna be on Danny and Chris podcast? Oh, actually, I'm gonna be on it tonight. But I don't think it's gonna be on the Batter and Herons show. I think it's gonna be on the Batter and MLS show. So we're gonna be live tonight at 10 p.m. So if you guys want to tune into that, we're gonna have a Vancouver guest. It's gonna be myself, a Vancouver guest, and I'm pretty sure Danny's gonna be there, and I don't know if somebody else is gonna be there. But he told me to jump on, and I told him, yeah, let's fucking do it. So if you guys want to see some more content tonight, 10 p.m., Better on MLS fans, tune in. Boss Daddy says 4-2 to Inter, 5-2 to Inter, says Mr. Spider Pig. If you go to the game, try to jump into the field. It's the last game there and get arrested, right? Okay. Nah, I can't even say this out loud. I'll probably get arrested. But dude, if everybody else, if literally the entire stadium starts jumping onto the field and like starts swarming the field, if we win, that's gonna be fucking crazy. I'm not incentivizing that for legal reasons. I'm not incentivizing that. I'm just saying that'll be insanely crazy if everybody just started suddenly jumping onto the field when we won, or if we win the MLS Cup. That'd be fucking crazy. I'm not I'm not expecting it to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen because that happens normally in other places around the world. Rick A says 2-0 win. I'm assuming to Inter Miami. Oh God. Oh fuck. Come on, Inter Miami is going to destroy Vancouver 5-1. Says Amy Rodriguez. Hernan says 4-1. Damn, you guys think we're going to destroy Vancouver? I really hope that's the case too. I really, really hope so. I was very dramatic with my prediction. Might get a random stream at the game celebrating when Miami wins. LOL. Dude, honestly, if I'm gonna see if I can find my battery pack. Because I have like a portable battery like phone charger, and if I could find it and charge it up, I will deadass try to go live like at the stadium. Because I tried doing it last time and the internet was so bad, like the Wi-Fi and the service was so bad that it was just not even letting me open up YouTube. So we'll see what happens. But we'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure it's extremely illegal to live stream a game like while sitting in there, but I could be so wrong. Everyone should storm the field like they do in college football games. Oh, they do that in college football games too. They completely normalize that shit. If the club gets a star on the crust, will you rebuy the pink kit? Absolutely, 1000%. I will buy the new pink kit and I'll put Messi's name on the back. Miami will win the penalty shootout after a 2-2 draw, says LM Goat. Get multiple people arrested. 5-3. I don't know who wins. Okay, we're gonna assume it's Inter Miami. So yeah, use a selfie stick. I don't own a selfie stick, and they don't allow like selfie sticks or like any like sort of like handheld the fuck do you call them, like I guess sticks. They don't allow them into the stadium. I've tried. Remember, I tried with my GoPro. I have a GoPro, and I try, and I have like a little like I have like a little holder, like literally, quite literally this big, and with like the tripod right here, and I used it to film the first game of the season. I had no problem, and then from then on, they're like, you can't bring that in, and I'm like, why not? I brought it in the first time. They were like, no, you can't bring that in, and they never let me do it again. So, because that was literally my plan all season long. I was gonna do vlogs on my GoPro and upload them to YouTube for you guys, but security have just made it so difficult to do that shit. Anyway. There's gonna be a shit ton of goals in this game. Miami better not bottle. We're losing Alba next year and Boosie. Ticket prices are falling. 301 is the cheapest right now. How many goals do you think Chilla will score? 3. I really hope so. If he fucking starts. No penalty. Vancouver won a penalty kick against LAFC. That is also true. Chelo is going to get 9. He's going to lap Allende for the record. Allende has the most goals in the playoffs in this playoff run, which is crazy. And like he's like tied for like the most goals in the playoffs in like the history of the MLS or some shit like that, or whatever the statistic is. Inter Miami 6, Vancouver 2. That is crazy. There is no reason to storm the field. We are Man City winning the league. This is Sean Callahan. You're no, I didn't do it. Ashton, don't put words in my mouth, please. Bitrate at stadium is shit. The airport is right there. That was also true. 5-2 Inter Miami, says Emmanuel. Vancouver 8-5 on the road, and that's against shitty Western teams. They just have huge home advantage. With that shitty turf, we'll roll them. I really hope you're right, Boss Daddy. And if we do, then I'm gonna be so happy, dude. I'm gonna be so happy. If they win, people should stop. Guys, stop incentivizing running on the pitch, bro. Why are we trying to get people arrested? Don't get people arrested. Oh my god. Driving down from Orlando, I better have some happy tears at the end. Hey man, good luck on the drive. What is that, like a 3-hour drive-ish? Well, why don't you take the Brightline, dude? It's like real convenience, what I heard. Then you can be in and out on the Brightline. But no, I hope you get here safe, no matter how you get there, when you're driving or taking the Brightline. I hope everybody is safe on Saturday. Don't drink too much. Don't drink and drive. Don't do drugs. Drink a lot of water. Eat, and stay away from crazy people. Has the most goals in the playoffs in league's history. Thank you, Sean. It's either 5-2 or 4-1. Okay. So a lot of people everybody literally is expecting a blowout from this game. I'm not expecting a blowout. I would love a blowout. I think it's going to be a competitive game. I think Vancouver, like I said, Vancouver are a strong team. They play as a unit. With Thomas Mueller backing them and kind of leading them, they're not going to be a side that is going to want to give up. And I think they're going to try to be in the game as much as possible. So with that being said, I think it's going to be pretty competitive, and I'm just hoping for a very entertaining game. I'm hoping to be on the edge of my seat the majority of the time, and hopefully I can do that at the field, at the game. And I think it'll just be a really amazing way to end my journey as a season ticket member for this club. I'm still going to be supporting that doesn't mean I'm going to stop supporting or stop doing content for Inter Miami. I'm just going to be stop consistently going to the games week in and week out. So I'm still going to be doing content after this season. Don't worry. I'm still going to be supporting Inter Miami. I'm still going to be watching all the games, and I'm still going to be doing this with you guys. So don't you guys worry about that. I'm just not going to be going to the stadium as often. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, this was probably the most lively chat that we've had in a while, and I really appreciate it, especially when the big day is coming up this weekend. It's awesome to have everybody here and get excited and hyped up for Saturday, for our biggest game in our history. And hopefully you guys can share that moment with me, and we can all kind of share that moment after the game, all happy and excited, when we win the MLS Cup. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for tuning into the SoFlo Soccer channel. Like I said before, make sure to subscribe if you are new. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next time that I do go live, which will be after the game. If something happens, like I said, on Friday, between now and Friday, I'll probably do a quick little live stream on Friday. But for right now, we're looking at a Saturday early stream because the game's at 2:30. So, like this video if you have enjoyed. And I think I'm gonna go eat some ice cream now. I think everybody eat. Make sure you guys eat dinner or breakfast wherever you guys are in the world. Anyways, have a good rest of your night, guys. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you guys on Saturday. MLS Cup final, Inter Miami versus Vancouver. Let's hope for the win. Let's hope to bring it home. Ball Miami. Ciao, guys.